Top 10 actors who died at a young age, tragic losses that shook Hollywood. Fame, fortune, and adoration, these actors had it all. But behind the spotlight, some of Hollywood's brightest stars faced unimaginable struggles. Their lives, full of promise and potential, were tragically cut short. In this video, we dive into the heartbreaking stories of 10 actors who left us too soon, reminding us that even the biggest stars can fall before their time. James Dean. James Dean was a force of nature, a star whose impact on Hollywood is still felt today. His roles in Rebel, Without a Cause, and East of Eden made him the ultimate symbol of youthful rebellion and angst. With his smoldering gaze and brooding intensity, James captured the hearts of audiences, becoming an icon of his generation. But behind the camera, James was struggling with deep personal battles, and at just 24 years old, his life was tragically cut short in a car crash. In 1955, his death shocked the world, as it seemed like his career was just beginning to take off. James became immortalized not just for his unforgettable performances, but for the tragic story of what might have been. His death left a void in Hollywood, and the world was forced to reckon with the loss of a talent that had so much more to offer. Today, James Dean's legacy endures. His passion, his energy, and his ability to capture the soul of a generation are still remembered, even though he was taken from us far too soon. River Phoenix. River Phoenix was a young actor whose talent was undeniable. From Stand By Me to My Own Private Idaho, River's performances were raw, heartfelt, and deeply moving. He had the rare ability to make his audience feel every emotion, every internal struggle. At just 23 years old, River was on the verge of superstardom when tragedy struck. In 1993, he died of a drug overdose outside the Viper Room in Los Angeles. His death sent shockwaves through Hollywood and left his fans heartbroken. River's passing was a painful reminder of how fame and success don't shield you from inner turmoil. It also highlighted the dangers of substance abuse and how even the most talented and adored can silently suffer. The world mourned the loss of a young actor who could have been one of the greatest of his generation, leaving us to wonder just how much more River Phoenix could have given the world. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight will forever be remembered as one of the most iconic performances in film history. His ability to embody such a complex and chaotic character earned him an Academy Award. But the man behind the Joker was facing his own personal demons. Heath struggled with insomnia, depression, and the overwhelming pressures of fame. In 2008, at just 28 years old, Heath's life was tragically cut short due to an accidental overdose. His sudden death left the world in mourning, with fans and colleagues alike grieving the loss of a talent that had barely begun to reach its peak. Heath's death sparked a conversation about mental health, especially in the entertainment industry, where pressure and isolation often go unnoticed. His legacy lives on, not just through his brilliant performances, but through the reminder that even those who seem to have it all can be fighting invisible battles. Heath Ledger's story is a haunting reminder of how fragile life can be, even for the brightest stars. Anton Yelchin. Anton Yelchin was a young actor whose career was just beginning to shine. With roles in Star Trek, Like Crazy, and Alpha Dog, Anton quickly became known for his unique blend of charm, vulnerability, and immense talent. He was a rising star, loved by his peers and adored by fans. But in 2016, at the age of 27, tragedy struck. Anton died in a freak accident when his Jeep rolled down his driveway and pinned him against a gate. His death left Hollywood reeling, as Anton's bright future was abruptly extinguished. It felt like the world had lost someone who was only beginning to show the depths of his ability. Anton's passing serves as a reminder of how life can change in an instant and how fragile our time truly is. His legacy lives on in his performances and the way he captured the hearts of those who knew him. His death was a tragic loss to Hollywood and a painful reminder of how precious life can be. Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy was an actress whose bubbly personality and energy made her a fan favorite. She lit up the screen in films like Clueless, 8 Mile, and Girl, Interrupted. With her infectious smile and versatility, Brittany became a beloved figure in Hollywood, capturing the hearts of audiences across the world. But behind her seemingly perfect public persona, Brittany faced personal struggles, including intense pressure from the industry and battles with mental health. In 2009, at just 32 years old, Brittany's life was cut short when she passed away from complications due to pneumonia and anemia. Her sudden and unexpected death left many unanswered questions, with some wondering if there were more underlying issues. Brittany's passing shocked her fans and the industry, leaving a sense of emptiness in Hollywood, despite the mystery surrounding her death. Her legacy lives on through the unforgettable roles she left behind, and her story remains a reminder of the fragility of life. Brittany Murphy's death marked the loss of a bright, talented soul whose potential was tragically left unfulfilled. Cory Hayes was one of the brightest teen stars of the 1980s, capturing hearts in movies like The Lost Boys and License to Drive. His boyish charm, relatable performances, and natural charisma made him a household name, beloved by fans and adored by his peers. However, the pressures of fame and the temptations of Hollywood led Cory down a darker path. Struggling with addiction from a young age, his personal battles overshadowed his career. Despite his struggles, Cory continued to work, trying to regain the success he once had. Tragically, in 2010, at the age of 38, Cory passed away from an accidental drug overdose. His death was a sobering reminder of the unseen battles young stars face and how addiction can take hold of even the most talented. Cory Hayes' legacy is forever intertwined with both the joy he brought to audiences and the tragedy of a life that was cut short far too soon. Hollywood lost a star with immense potential, and fans mourned the promise. John Ritter. John Ritter was a comedic genius, beloved for his role in the iconic sitcom Three's Company. His warmth, charm, and impeccable timing made him a household name, and his everyman persona resonated with fans. John's ability to make people laugh was unparalleled, and his light-hearted nature made him one of the most respected actors in Hollywood. But in 2003, at the age of 54, John's life was tragically cut short when he passed away from an undiagnosed aortic dissection, a condition that took him completely by surprise. His sudden death sent shockwaves through the industry, as no one could imagine the world of comedy without him. John Ritter's passing was a reminder of how fragile life can be, even for those who seem healthy and full of life. His death left an undeniable void in Hollywood, but his legacy endures through the many laughs and joy he gave the world. His work continues to inspire, and his memory lives on in the hearts of fans who still miss him. Brandon Lee, the son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee, had the world at his feet. His acting career was just beginning to take off, with his role in The Crow showing off his immense talent. Tragically, in 1993, at just 28 years old, Brandon was fatally wounded on set due to a prop gun misfire during filming. The incident, which led to his untimely death, shocked Hollywood and fans alike. Brandon's death was a heartbreaking echo of his father's mysterious passing, adding to the mystique and tragedy surrounding the Lee family. His death remains one of the most tragic and shocking in Hollywood history, as Brandon had so much potential and was poised to be one of the next big stars. The Crow remains a testament to his talent, as his performance in the film is still regarded as one of his best. Brandon Lee's death left an emotional scar on the industry, a reminder of how quickly life can change, especially in the dangerous world of movie making. Marilyn Monroe became one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, known for her unparalleled beauty, charm, and timeless roles in films like Some Like It Hot and The 7-Year Itch. She was adored by millions and had a career that most actresses would dream of. However, beneath her flawless exterior, Marilyn struggled with loneliness, mental health issues, and substance abuse. Her personal life was filled with turmoil, from failed marriages to battles with depression, which were often overshadowed by her public image. In 1962, at just 36 years old, Marilyn's life ended in a drug overdose, with many speculating that it was a suicide. Her death sent shockwaves through the world, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood history. Marilyn's passing marked the loss of an icon, but it also shed light on the dark side of fame, how even those who seem to have it all may silently suffer. Marilyn Monroe's legacy endures, but her tragic end serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life. Judy Garland was an extraordinary actress, singer, and dancer, forever remembered for her role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She captivated audiences with her incredible voice and emotional depth, making her one of the most beloved stars in Hollywood history. However, behind her radiant smile Judy's life was riddled with personal struggles. She battled addiction, emotional trauma, and the pressures of Hollywood from a very young age. Despite her talent, Judy was often mistreated by the industry, and her self-esteem was deeply affected. In 1969, at the age of 47, Judy tragically passed away from an overdose. Her death was a shock to the world, especially considering her recent resurgence in popularity. Judy's passing was not just the loss of a star, but a loss of a woman who had endured more than anyone could have imagined. Her legacy lives on through her performances, but her tragic end serves as a reminder of the emotional toll that fame can take and how even the brightest stars are not immune to personal demons.